Well, congratulations on the movie.
Thanks.
This crazy, colourful movie that you guys have made. I love a good animation, me. Really do. I wanted to ask you, in your childhood, what were your favourite kind of animation films, and any that have kind of stuck with you for your career?
Well, definitely this is influenced by Miyazaki films with all of its strange creatures. Those Japanese animated films are fantastic.
Yeah, we watched a lot of Disney films growing up. I mean, I know I did. And we talk a lot about the Three Caballeros.
Three Caballeros, yeah.
Which you could feel the influence in this a little bit. You know, psychedelic musical journey with lots and lots of color.
I forgot about the Three Caballeros.
It's so good.
Do you know? You not know that one?
No, I do.
Oh, yeah,
It just didn't click in my head.
It was always one of our favorites.
Yeah,
back
we've
at school.
watched that many times. And we same with our production designer is a big fan of that one too.
One of those treasures, isn't it? That is never really picked up by Disney and everything else. Talking of that, I mean, in terms of trolls, I'm surprised no one's made a movie about the trolls and the little toys and everything over the years. Surprising. What was it about them that appealed to you and thought this would make a kind of a great story?
Well, what we thought was great is there was no backstory. There's no mythology. It was just the little stubby, ugly, cute character with the puff of hair. And so Walt and I got to create this entire world for him.
There were no specific characters. I think that's what really attracted us to it. Yeah. Wow, we can take you to a whole other place and you can meet characters you've never met before.
Is it a strange process now? I mean, obviously with animation, you spend so much time kind of preparing from the beginning right up to now. Is it kind of bittersweet now that you're at the end, or does it make you want to make more?
It is, by the way. Yeah. I was just thinking, it starts with just Walt and I, and then very slowly our crew grows to 1 board artist, 2, 6 board artists, animators,
effects artists. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
On and on.
And then
on.
when we finish, it's just us.
And then it gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and it's almost like the sound of a balloon losing, and then it's just Walt and I and
nice. The best part is, finally we get to share the movie with everyone, and I think that trumps everything else.
That does help. Yeah. That does help.
Was it always important for you in terms of the story to add music to it? Because obviously it's very colourful and very extravagant.
From the very beginning, we wanted this to be a musical, and
make a movie. We wanted to make a movie about happiness, and so that's got to have music in it.
Yeah.
And how do we integrate music into the story? I think was a big first challenge for us.
Huge help that Justin Timberlake came along to become our music supervisor. It was fantastic.
I was going to ask you about that. Was that someone, when you kind of decided on that you thought we should go for the best of the best and see if he's interested?
Yeah, actually, it went further than that, because we did want him in the film performing and singing, but he went so crazy for what we're doing. Like, he just locked into exactly the tone we had and loved it. And he was just like, I also want to work on the music. And we're like,
we'll see.
Let's Walt and I talk about that.
Send us your reel, Justin.
Watch a music video and watch his YouTube greatest hits.
Yeah.
Was he the person that picked kind of the songs? Because you've got a broad spectrum of sort of from the 60s,
He
70s,
wrote some
and 80s.
original songs for us. He definitely, we all picked them together.
Yeah.
We're all kind of together, because Walt and I wanted to make sure that every song, a good musical, the story doesn't stop for the music. The music just continues telling that story, and that was a big challenge for us.
Especially when there was kind of classic, established songs in the movie itself. So it's like, how do we integrate that into the story? That's why we listened to thousands of them. But Justin did help us kind of move in some direction on other songs, but he definitely took all of it and added this cohesive sonic wholeness to it.
And you've obviously got that song that's just everywhere. Everyone's
Yeah.
playing that.
Doesn't hurt,
song.
does it?
No, it doesn't hurt.
When we launched him on that song, we're like, look, the song has to do certain things that we wanted to happen in our third act. And Justin was like, okay, I got it. We're going to do all that, and I'll just make it a hit song. And I laughed. I thought he was joking. I was like, yeah, make it a hit song. Go for it. Lo and behold, I guess that's what he does for a living. It was a hit song.
It's incredible, like when he finished the song and he comes to play it for us. And just to have that experience, and now it's everywhere. Like everywhere.
Yeah, it's very strange.
No matter where I go, it's part of the world.
It's on my music player.
Yeah,
it's been on loop for.
Oh, good.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, you've got him. You've got an array of great talent. Obviously, Anna Kendrick, Zooey Deschanel, Kunal from Big Bang Theory, and Gwen Stefani. Were they all people that?
James Corden.
And James Corden as well.
John
too many.
John Cleese. Yeah.
And the great John Cleese.
Yeah.
Were they all people that you wanted, or were they just in terms of process you?
I have never felt we all wanted these. I've never felt so lucky with a cast before, and again, every one of them could act. They're very funny, and they all could sing.
Yeah.
It was like really nice.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you before I go 2 things. One, obviously, you guys have been involved with Shrek. Any plans for another one? I know there's been talk of a fifth one.
Yeah, we'd love to make another one.
Yeah, they got a good one in the works. It's pretty cool.
There's definitely more story to tell there.
Mike McCullers, the guy that wrote all the Austin Powers, came up with a pretty good idea that we're
He's Mike's
thinking about.
co-writer, isn't he, on Austin Powers?
Yeah.
And for you, Mike, I wanted to ask you. There's something. Circle back to the child thing. Your name's been mentioned with Monster Squad, which is pretty exciting for me as a kid.
Yes, I'm a huge fan of Monster Squad.
Is that something that's going to happen?
Who knows? We'll see what happens. It's between that and a sequel to Sky High over at Disney Marvel.
Oh, wow.
So we'll see what happens.
And it's a sequel to this, I would imagine.
Yes, already in the works.
Yeah.
Well, it's a great film, and I think all generations will enjoy it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
Great talk to you.
Thank you.